Hi guys, welcome to the Studentship YouTube channel. My name is Blessing Olarewaju.
Okay, and I'm Stanley Idoko.
In this video, we'll share with you study tips and guide to make first class in Nigerian university. There are a lot of benefits for making first class in university, such as getting scholarship opportunities abroad, and other job opportunities.
Yes. So getting first class in Nigerian university is like a big mantle that people be like, how can I achieve that?
Yes.
Okay, but we have taken our time to assess and to interview some of our senior colleagues, some first class materials, and we'll see that these guides are actually something that is very, very realistic for Nigerian students.
They are practical guides.
Yes, practical guide. I know that if you employ that, you as a fresher, or you that is still starting up, is going to have that first class also.
Alright, so make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel. So what do you think is the first thing a student has to do to be on the track for a first class degree?
Okay, the course must be your passion. You must make the course or your field of discipline your passion, because there's this thing that says that where your heart is, that's where your treasure lies.
That is true.
So if you can be able to make this course, you're passionate about this course, I think you can be able to give it your all and all. You're able to make sacrifices. You're able to wake up in the night to read so well and give it and invest in that particular course.
Making a first class degree comes with a lot of challenges. So it's only when you are studying a course you are passionate about, that is when you'll be able to persevere through these ordeals.
It's going to hold on, and even when the trying times come, to be like, so far this is what I want. I can be able to give it all. I cannot let go until I achieve your target. That reach the first class.
So whatever course you are studying, you need to really develop passion for that course. You must fall in love with your course.
Exactly.
The next thing is
knowing your roots, like where you come from. Knowing where you come from, because most freshers and most undergraduates, like, they get this wrong at the start run, at the beginning part. Okay, they kind of enter inside the school and they lose track of where they come from. Okay, they enter the school and they'll be like, wow, I've arrived, and that mentality alone is kind of pulls you down. So you have to know your roots and know where you're coming from, so that you can know where you're also going to. Exactly. So knowing your roots will also allow you to make yourself proud, because that mentality of making yourself proud is kind of be an ignition to the first class
dream.
So if you know your roots, you want to make yourself proud and make your family proud too. Okay, so that will be a route to your first class dream, I believe.
That is correct. Now the next thing you need to do is to
set your goals.
You have to
set your goals as a first class. You have to set your goals.
You have to be intentional about making a first class.
Exactly. Goals can include a variety of what's the goal to you. Okay, you can, first of all, you have to know that I have to make a first class. That's the ultimate number one goal. Then other goals can be like, wow, this can have 9 courses in a semester. Then my goal by the end of the semester is I must have A's in all of them. Okay, your goals can also be like, wow, in a day I want to read like 5 courses in a day. I want to read like 5 self-development books in 4 months. That can be your goal. You must set your goals and your limits. Okay.
First class degree is not something that happens by mistake. Students who have a first class CGPA, these are people who actually take time, to structure themselves, to achieve this first class. So you need to believe in yourself, because one of the problem is some students, they don't believe they can make this first class degree.
They think it's for only the gurus.
Just
only the gurus, guy.
Anybody can make first class as long as you are able to pay the sacrifice. You can get a first class degree. So set the goal, because whatever thing you are doing in life, you have to set a goal.
And those goals, those goals must be SMART. SMART is like an acronym. The goals must be specific, must be measurable, must be attainable. The goals must be realistic, and that goal must be time bound. You time yourself, because if you don't time yourself, you'll be so lazy on that particular goal. So set your SMART goals, my friend. So that is just it about goals. So the next point, attending lectures.
Attending lectures is very necessary. Most students will be like, is it really important to attend lectures? Especially students who newly admitted students, like, because of the crowded lecture halls, if you are studying in a public university, it's very discouraging going for lectures.
Because when you see the number of people that attend those lectures, you'll be like, wow, can I make it on time? But those are people those people that are in the lecture hall. They came out on time too.
Yes.
So they are able to come out there on time to sit on the front. You can also come out there too. But I remember those days in my first years, I was like, some people were giving me wrong tips. Tips are like this lecturer doesn't waste time in the class. On the long run, during the exam time, I was like, people came out of the exam hall, they were smiling. They were like, that this lecturer said this in the class. So me, I did not go for that particular class, so I was disappointed.
That is true.
So going to class is key. It's key to first class. Going to class.
You know, one reason why I advise students to go for lectures is during these classes, lecturers, they give out tips, study tips. The lecturer will be explaining a topic and will like take note of this.
Yes.
So if you are banking on your friend to tell you those tips, it will not get to you. Yes. It's only when you are present in that lecture physically, that's when you go to get those silent points.
Yes, the lecturer.
So and when you go for lecture, it's not just going for lectures and maybe sitting at the back, you don't get anything. Like we said, in public universities, the situation is really
the crowd is much.
So you need to make sure you get a vantage position, by sitting in the front.
Yeah.
You don't have to do I'm a big boy.
There's no big boy in first class race. So
there's no big boy. So you need to actually pay the sacrifice of struggling, even if it means sitting on the floor.
Yeah, I sat on the floor.
I remember my first day, I can't even count the number of times I sat on the seat because everybody will just always stand through the lectures and all of that.
Yes.
So make sure you go attend lectures, and when you attend lecture, you have to take notes in class.
You jot down. You have a good note. Jot down.
Yes.
Attentively. You also ask questions in times of if you are confused or if it's some ambiguous words. Because in the class, people will be like, "Within big boy, I don't want to ask this question so that the people don't laugh at me.
I'm shy and all of that."
It's better they laugh at you here or that they laugh at you at the long run. Okay.
Yeah,
so ask your questions. If you are confused, you pay for school fees. Ask your questions and get clear.
That is important. And one thing about going for lectures is, you find students during classes, they're going through their WhatsApp messages, social media accounts. That's a very big distraction for students.
Yeah.
And it can ruin your chances of getting good grades.
Yeah.
Because you have to get a good grade to make this first class.
Yeah.
So ensure that during lectures, your full attention
is on the lecturer.
You can do all of those things later on. And another thing about this lecture and lecturers' point is assignments.
Okay.
Yes.
So those lecturers that give assignments, students take it to be like that. It's just assignments, and they may just do assignment like a casual thing. Okay.
Yes.
Not knowing that some of these assignments are like a route to the exam, a tip to the exam. So some lecturers will be like, "I'll give you an assignment. You take it as a joke." On the exam day, you see that exact assignment verbatim in the exam hall. You'll be like,
funny.
"Wow, why didn't I do the assignment I lectured again?" So assignments are so important also.
So if you're the category of students that wait till the next, like the day for the submission,
you start rushing.
You just wait for your friend to just
copy.
Definitely, there's no way you can tackle a question in the exam.
Yeah.
But if you take time to do your assignments,
research about it also,
you see that when you see that question in the exam and because for first class you can't afford to lose any mark. Getting a B instead of an A, it can just shatter your dream of getting a first class. So you have to make sure that everything is in line. And if you are like, let's say, a science students, you make sure you go for your practical sessions.
Yes. But sometimes this attendance, they have marks also. So not only going for classes, these practical sessions whereby you go there and you pen down your name. Okay, some lecturers will be like, "Wow, I must make sure that people that come at least 75% of this practical, they have like 5 marks."
Yes.
So that 5 marks is key. Like you said, in first class race, even 0.1 mark is so important.
Very, very
any
important.
mark, you cannot afford to lose any mark at all.
From my experience, I think when I was in first year, there are times that students don't come for lectures and a lecturer enters the class and just sees a few students. I'll be like, class rep, take attendance and assign 10 marks to that and all of that. So that is just how it is. So it's very important to go for your classes.
That is key.
The next point is about structuring your study timetable, having a study plan.
Okay. This is also important because this structuring about your timetable also incorporates you having a daily schedule for yourself.
Yes.
Okay. You being a first class material, you ought to plan for your day. Because if you don't plan your day, others will plan it for you. Yeah. Okay. You are going out through your door or going out through your hostel door. Okay. To the world, you have to know what you want to achieve on that particular day. The lectures you want to go to, the books you want to read, that's your personal timetable, the things you want to achieve. Because if you don't do it this way, you can just go out there and you'll be swayed away by other people's plans.
Nice.
You'll be like, okay, there is this party going on here. You'll be like, wow, let me go.
Yeah, anywhere but left this.
You just follow the crowd.
Yeah,
parties are good actually, but you have to have time for everything. That's what we mean. Having a daily schedule of how your events will unfold.
Like before you go to bed now, you already know what you want to study for the next day.
Yeah.
You draft out a personal study timetable. There's one amazing thing about personal timetable. It just conditions your brain to work in a certain way.
Yeah.
Which everything will just be effective for you. But when you don't have a plan, your brain does not even know the way to sync with whatever thing you are doing. But by the time you say on Monday I'm studying my physics, I'm studying my GS courses and all of that, your brain just works with you. I know you have a particular time for study. When we're talking about having a particular time of study, what can you say about knowing yourself, knowing yourself in terms of studying?
Okay. What I have to say here is that you have to know what works for you actually.
Yes.
Okay. So some people are nocturnal animals. Some people read the day. So you must know what works for you. Like I know that all those times we're in first year, you see people going to night class and you'll be pressurized.
Yeah.
You'll be disappointed. You'll be like, God, what am I even doing in this school? Okay, but in the long run, one day I said, okay, let me follow one of my guys to night class. I went there, so my guy was sleeping.
So this is what they have been doing.
So I was like, wow. I was like, wow, I will shame this boy. I started reading in the night. Me too, I slept off. So we fooled ourselves, you get?
Yeah,
so you must know what works for you. Don't waste it. Each time is precious in the university. Every time is precious. So know what works for you. Do I read during the night, during the day, or during the night? Okay?
Yeah.
If it's in the night, is it by 3 a.m. to 5 a.m.?
Yes.
Is it by 10 to 11? So you that knows thyself. I know how flexible you are to adapt to your timetable.
That is true. Because this thing can really work in a way where you be oppressed. Everybody's going for night class. Everybody's going to the library. And that is something that does not work for you. Maybe what you need is evening study, maybe from 6 p.m. to let's say 9 p.m.
Yeah.
That's the best time you assimilate. So you need to really understand yourself in terms of your study.
Yes.
Another crucial point to make first class, another crucial thing you need to do is to study with the past questions.
Yeah, exactly. Because you that is still starting off, or you that is a fresher, okay, you ought to see the past questions of that particular course. You know how the questions are being said, because this is your first exposure.
Yes.
You don't even know, unless you have written the course before in your dream or in your previous work. But when it was your first attempt, you have to see the past questions to know how the questions have been structured. This will give you an edge to actually pass so well in the exam.
I think it was a time, in my second year, something like that. I was studying the course, jacking the material, reading. And the day I took the past question, I looked at the past question, I was like, I could not answer any single question. So I've been studying in a way that, not taking cognizance to the way the questions be asked.
Yeah.
So this past question is supposed to be like a study guide. So from that day henceforth, when I was studying with an understanding that this is what I need to know. Because for instance, we just start reading irrelevant materials.
You read something that doesn't concern the course at all.
Yes. So when you are studying, you have to actually get the past question. That will give you an idea of what the lecturers will ask. Another good thing about past question is that a lot of lecturers like to repeat past questions.
Yeah, some lazy lecturers.
Yes. Because by the time you're able to put past questions for the last 10 years, there is definitely
a pool of questions, a bank of questions that you can just lift and just come up with.
So that past question is a question bank. Now, one thing about past question is you shouldn't just put all your coins, you shouldn't just put everything into that past question. It's just something that is supposed to read
guide you.
Yes. So I don't start, nothing can come out of this past question. And that is the reason why you need to go to attend lectures. Because when you attend lectures, you see connections between the lectures and the past questions. So there's no way you can miss out on anything about the past question. Moving on, the next thing you need to do to get a first class CGPA in the Nigerian university is
associating with a senior friend, as a senior colleague in the department. Okay, these are people that have been in the game, people that have been playing the game before you join. So they ought to know the do's and the don'ts of that particular course or the department. Okay, they have written this exam and seen how to pass the exam. They can give you tips. Also, when I'm talking about senior colleagues, I mean the useful ones, those that are beneficial, those that have value. Yes, serious-minded students, those that have value to offer to you.
Yes.
Okay, so you have to mingle with them and get what you have to get from them.
This is something that really helped me, in my first year, my early days in university.
Wow.
I was able to get people who told me that, in this course, this is what you need to study. These are the principles. You have to go for this class. Make sure you do this and that. So look for a serious-minded student. One of the best way to meet a serious-minded student in your department is through your fellowship, your Christian fellowship. Because every fellowship has an academic board and academic department. So you definitely meet somebody that is from your department, and that person will give you a complete overview on what you need to know for your courses. So make sure you look for a senior colleague that
can make one your friend already.
Yes. And when we're talking about past questions, is someone like this that can give you those past questions?
Yes. They can ask someone some questions that they want to gift out.
Yes.
Or they can even show you where you can go and buy them.
Yes. One thing about first class students is that they go the extra mile to get some certain materials that other students don't bother about obtaining. So if you are able to meet with this kind of students and they'll be able to deliver, they'll be able to give you these materials, probably because they're not using it anymore and all of that. So make sure you search for first class students in your department. We mean senior colleagues. Now another thing, to get a first class CGPA is forming a study group, discussion group.
Okay. So the discussion group we're talking about is not just any kind of discussion group. Okay, they have to be a group that has the same goals, which is to pass so well.
Yes.
Okay, it mustn't be a group of maybe gurus and people that want to have first class though, but people that are so
have a similar goal.
Yes, people that are so goal-minded, which is to pass so well.
Yes.
Okay, so this group can be a group of 2, 3, 4, depending on how you want it. Okay,
yes.
So this group helps you to come and discuss topics, and once you discuss them, it has a way of remembering them in your mind. Okay, so group discussion is so important in anybody that wants to have a first class.
So what I'm trying to say is that joining an effective study groups, helps a lot. Because in this study group, you share topics among yourself. Study groups help in many ways. Number one is, when a topic is shared to you, when you are explaining that topic, you get a better understanding. Secondly, during studying, there are some things you think you know, but in this study group, that is when you get a wider view. I'm like, wow, so this thing is even in this material. They will correct you and highlight those points for you. So joining an effective study group is very important. Do not make a mistake to join a group where you guys spend time, gossiping.
While away your time.
It's just better you study on your own. That is just it. So if you find yourself in a group that is not effective, you just have to leave that group and focus on yourself, so that other students will not draw you back from achieving your goal.
Okay, so the next point now we're going to talk about is engaging in extracurricular activities.
Yes.
Okay, so what I mean here is that you are passing through school, you also want the school to pass through you also.
Yes.
You'll not be the only book type. Okay, you being a first class material you mean that you are a first class material in almost everything you do.
Yes.
Okay, not only in academics per se. Okay, so what I mean by extracurricular activities is that you join other social groups. Okay,
yes.
This will help you to broaden your horizon of networking and understanding
of
too.
Life,
okay,
generally.
You see people that have seen life in different dimensions, and they tend to tap from their values and what they have to offer.
Yes.
This helps to develop you also. Okay, the groups I mean here is like group like religious activities,
yes.
like road tracks, like that. That's an example.
Yes,
okay, I'm not giving you the example to join, but I'm just giving like an example of them.
That have positive impact in you in your future.
Yes, exactly. So this kind of group, you get there, you meet some people, and you see what they have to offer, good things that they have to offer, and you get it from them.
Yeah.
So one way or two other ways, you can see how that will help you because of your journey in life.
Yes. So networking is also very important. You have to really interact. Being a first class student does not mean you just have to be alone by yourself. You have to reach out to other persons. You can join effective groups that are beneficial. So we can attend different conferences,
webinars,
yes,
congresses and like you said, like all these seminars. It's going to help you a lot.
And obtaining those skills, you can get skills yourself. You can join the debate team in your school. Now, all of this, is going to help you in the long run.
The last on our tips here today is you have to start now. You have to start now. Your journey as a first class student have to start now.
That is correct.
Okay, you have to start now. This is because there is no the time wasted can never be regained again.
Yes.
Okay, it's that habit that people that start early, okay, finish up what great. Okay, so if your CGPA is so good in first year, okay, it's that habit that also like the second year you have to the momentum it has the start of being maintained. Okay, so you have to start now because this is an end to what. This is a means to an end. What I mean? This is a means to an end, a means to an end, and that is what is a bright future. Okay, so starting early means what you have to prepare for other the skill like it, or you acquire skill, you get certifications because you use it in your CV. Okay, CV stands for curriculum vitae. Okay, it stands for you use this certificate for your CV and for your resume too. Okay, you have to start now to acquire these skills and to network and also to get good grades. So start now.
In addition to starting now, in terms of your study, you have to also start early.
Yeah.
So when the semester resumes, make sure you start studying immediately.
Yeah.
Do not be among the category of students that will wait to the exam and start running letters, scatter and all that. It does not work. The open secret to getting a first class GPA is starting on time.
Yeah.
You start taking in fact, they say start preparing for your exam from the first day of lecture or from the first day of resumption. With the tips in this video, we are confident that you now have a complete understanding on how to make a first class GPA at Nigerian University. So make sure you like this video and click on the subscribe button. So for now, bye bye.